Faker's LeBlanc, one of the best.
Yes, sir.
He locks it in for Game 5.
Faker has never lost with LeBlanc on the competitive stage.
The team, Elixir of Sorcery on him as well to get out a bit of extra damage. Koro finds him with the twisted advance. They're wiped. The Nexus turrets are going down. LPL's Edward Gaming are the 2015 Mid-Season Invitational Champions.
2015 MSI 决赛生死局 ，Faker 拿出招牌的勒布朗，却被 EDG 破解拿下冠军，也是 SKT 历史上首次在 BO5 输给非韩队伍。面对 MSI 的失利跟 EC Hun 的竞争 ，Faker 面临先发位置不保的困境，但是他没有因此放弃，如同他面对失去操作而输给对手的恐惧一样，他不断的练习，不断的进步，终于完成了蜕变，把被外界诟病的站桩法师给练了出来。夏季赛，他的维克特7胜2败，阿奇尔3胜0败，29次出赛砍下13次 MVP， 联赛第2，彻底把 EC Hun 给按在了板凳上，率领 SKT 以17胜1败独占鳌头。在决赛上，先掏出阿奇尔，稳稳的拿下第1局，后面2局更是直接掏出戴安娜跟雷文中路，把 KT 当提款机。
And here's the GB. Hello. Faker comes in on the arrow. Easy kill there.
Haven't seen that one in a while.
Oh, and Faker just finds arrow again.
It open up a lot of team compositions that you couldn't use otherwise.
Oh, he's on the arrow again. Arrow pops the summoner heal, but I don't think he's getting out. No.
并在第3局面对蛇女演出经典的转身躲大绝。
Double 6, they get the flash from Nagne. Faker comes in. He's got the ult. He's got the kill.
Wait for the animation. Comes down. Flashes.
Wow.
奠定了 Faker 在韩国联赛的霸主地位。
He finished off Flash, trying for it, gets him with the ult. Champion summer for his team, SK Telecom. 3-0 in the spring season, 3-0 in the summer season. This is the year of SKT.
Faker 不意外的拿下 FMVP， 带领 SKT 前往世界赛。他拿出了在世界赛版本前被2度紧急削弱的雷兹。在这个上路版本，所有人的目光都在5连杀机器达瑞斯跟菲欧拉的时候，其他队伍的中路都拿出像是逆命这样的资源角色，或是露露这样的保牌角色给上野最大的发挥空间。只有 Faker 逆版本的拿出雷兹这个短手发育困难的角色，展示了他的独门理解，并留下无数的法术机关枪的经典画面。
Had to do the right thing to avoid dying there, which is a little bit dangerous.
Flashes were blown in the mid lane as well. Looks like Faker and Kuro went hard, so there's no flash for this. Hojin
小组赛6胜0败，复仇 Pawn 所在的 EDG， 8强、4强都是3-0获胜。决赛上，随着 Faker 自信翻滚进场，一切都结束了。决赛上前2局 Marine 的蓝宝火烤了 Cool Tigers。
He's going to be able to turn around now. They have Prey in the perfect spot, and they take down Prey. They take down Gorilla, and it's just chaos for Ku. They can use his both summoners to get himself out with Wild Growth. Gorilla is the focus now on the other side. Prey, he branches off from the team, and here comes Marin on the TP.
第4局 Faker 的法术激光枪1打2，整个世界赛 SKT 斩下15胜1败之姿夺冠，94%的胜率，截至 S13 为止依然是历史第1。确立了2015年 SKT 为史上最强的战队之一。
SKT will be your first ever two-time world champions.
俗话说，盛极必衰。2015年是 SKT 的巅峰，却也是他们衰退的开始。2016年被 Faker 按在板凳上的 EC Hun 选择离队，不愿意在 Faker 光环下的 Marine 也选择离队。SKT 签下了 Duke 作为了替代品。然而 Duke 的沉稳打法跟 Marine 的激进打法可谓是天差地远。适逢官方一系列的削弱上路的战士角色，让 SKT 逐渐把重心放在了下路的 Bang 跟 Wolf 身上。不过在转变打法的初期 ，SKT 遭遇了一点不适应。春季赛的开局只拿下5胜4败，位列第6。直到 SKT 把 Banky 换成了 Blank 才有好转。后续他们拿下了7胜2败，冲上了联赛第3，晋级到季后赛。不过联赛第1的 Rocks Tigers 也不是好惹的。作为去年的世界赛亚军，他们把打野换成了风格更狂野的新秀 Peanut， 在赛季中2度2-0横扫了 SKT。Smap 也拿下了当季的 MVP。决赛上两队再度交手，在1-1的平手下的第3局 Bang 的伊泽瑞尔发现了 Prey 的老鼠后，跳了上去，帮助 SKT 打出破口，杀上了高地。
Though, and SK Telecom could be in trouble. Duke goes back for the kill, gets it on the Wrath. Kuro zapped by Faker.
拆掉了门牙塔之后，却被复活的 Rox Tiger 杀光，掉了巴龙。
In this game, I don't know if they can do it. They've still got some time left, though. Peanut and Smeb, the only thing standing between SKT and a win in Game 3. Peanut, a little bit low. There's the Lamster's fight. Gorilla's back. They're going to turn it around. SKT, they stayed too long.
双方在小龙河道上展开终极对决。Duke 的关键大绝打断了 Prey 的输出，让老鼠在大绝期间只打了4下普攻，帮助 SKT 拿到赛末点。
Duke keeping the entire Rox Tigers team all wrapped up. They're going to jump on the Lamster's fight and force him away. Faker comes in with the big laser. Smeb tries to stop him. They get it. The kill onto Faker. But SK Telecom with two of their own. Duke and Blank so low. A double kill for Bang. He can carry. A double kill for Smeb though. SK Telecom, they win the fight.
第4局双方鏖战49分钟 ，Rox 打巴龙 B 团，集火 Blank 却没有成功，被 Blank 开出大绝。Faker 的蛇女1打4杀死了团战，拿下了3连冠。
Ton of damage though, could be big. Kills come in, one on each side. Smeb comes back with that GA. Peanut low too. SKT going for a game-winning fight, going for a tournament-winning fight. They're trying to do it. Prey low. Bang with the 1v1 on the left side. As Faker gets a triple. Bang gets the kill. It's GG!
And congratulations to SK Telecom.
2016年 MSI 的 SKT 可以说是跌跌撞撞，小组赛被闪电狼双杀，也输给了 RNG、COG 各一场。小组赛总计只有6胜4败，但是到了 BO5 的淘汰赛，依然还是那个熟悉的 SKT。
MSI를 못 이겨봤기 때문에 MSI가 가장 이기고 싶은 대회인 것 같아요.
3-1击败 RNG， 3-0击败了 COG， 几乎都是碾压局，成功夺下了2016年 MSI 的冠军，也完成历史首支队伍完成春夏 MSI 世界赛的大满贯成就。
SK Telecom continue to rule the world, and they are your mid-season invitational champions.
纵观整个 SKT 历史，2016年夏季赛绝对是数1数2奇怪的赛季，整季13胜5败，仅次于 Rox Tigers。但是 SKT 又双杀了 Rox Tigers， 而他们输的那5场比赛里面，全部都是输给胜率不到50%的队伍，输了1场给第9， 1场给第8， 1场给第7，甚至还被第5名的 Africa 给双杀。连他们最擅长的 BO5 淘汰赛，还被 KT 完成了让2追3的逆转胜。无缘决赛也是从2015年 MSI 之后1整年来 SKT 输的第一个 BO5。被千夫所指的对象是 SKT 的打野 Blank， 他的发挥不稳定，成为众人归咎的对象。大家对于 SKT 能否在世界赛卫冕感到忧心，却没有想到我们即将见证史上最精彩的4强大战。
제가 스맵 선수한테 1등 자리를 뺏겨서 아쉬움이 많이 컸고 이번 월드 챔피언십에서 다시 1등을 하자라는 생각을 많이 했고
到了世界赛 ，SKT 一如往常的杀翻全场。到了4强赛，遇到了韩国第一种子 Rox Tigers， 在强势靠着拿下远古龙 ，Faker 球女秒杀后排拿下第1局之后 ，Rox 掏出了他们准备已久的好运姐艾希的下路线，直接虐了 Wolf 2场，反倒取得赛末点的机会。这里就不得不提一下这一届世界赛的辅助版本走势。在小组赛阶段的时候，辅助的霸主毫无疑问是卡玛、纳米跟牛这3只角色。但是到了8强赛，各队渐渐开始抛弃纳米跟牛，转而使用伽罗。整个辅助的生态就是卡玛跟伽罗两边各拿一个。这是因为卡玛跟伽罗的 poke 性质，让他们能拿到下路的线权，纳米跟牛的手短就会被压制。而 Rox 拿出好运姐，更是走向了极端。好运姐的被动加上艾希的普攻，能够秒杀伽罗的植物，两人的大绝配合，更是能秒杀无位移的伽罗，让 Wolf 只要没闪，就会一次又一次的被秒杀。当时 SKT 看到 Rox 选了好运姐的时候，还以为 Rox 不小心选错了，结果被 Prey 跟 Gorilla 给震撼教育。
This is the largest goal deficit at 20.
Faker with one of the worst flashes.
Prey 更是射出神来一箭，把场面炒到最高点。
Him has been killed, and they even got the pick off on Bang.
Rux doesn't actually have to stop pushing right now. They can delay the recalls. The Avalanche arrows. Look at the arrow. Get teleport.
He's gonna stop it! He stopped Duke, which means they can push.
就是因为这个神来一箭，让 Duke 晚了10秒回家，也才有蓝宝先 TP 到场，跟着 Prey 秒掉了伽罗，造成后续3打2结束比赛。SKT 输掉第2局之后，教练 Koma 问 Wolf 说：“我们需不需要变掉好运姐？” Wolf 自信满满的说：“不需要，好运姐，我们下路线可以自己处理。” Koma 选择相信 Wolf 而没有 ban， 结果 SKT 的下路又爆了。
Also worth noting is sort of par for the course. Yes, Wolf getting caught at level 4. Here's the jump in. A few more attacks will do it, and that's first blood. With the flash kick on the Bang. That was beautiful.
And at this point, SKT they need an answer because Ash is arrowing every single
And Bang's running out of health.
SKT 虽然上中野顽强抵抗，但是无奈 Peanut 跟 Prey 实在是太肥了，两人2打5完成收割。把 SKT 逼到了绝境。
Ooh, bullet time does a lot. It forces flash out, and now Prey is here. Exhaust is on. And how much can they really get? Prey turns a back turn. Look for Bang. Look for it all. He's got one. What else can he get? It's going to be Blake in his sights.
He's coming back.
Baker's low. How much more can they get? The stun's coming in, and it's Duke with the big play. But the turnaround from Prey, turning it back in. The chase, the resonating strike, and the ace goes through for Peanut.Koma
这次不再相信 Wolf 了，他直言 Duke 发挥那么好，却被下路拖累，很心疼。好运姐必须上班位。除此之外 ，Koma 也选择在绝境派上了 Bangy 代替 Blank 来上场救火。倒也不是 Blank 真的打得很差，只是都被逼到赛末点了 ，Blank 大概也被 Rocks Tigers 给摸透了，只能把 Bangy 换上去看看会不会产生新的化学反应。但这也有一个很大的缺点。就是 Bangy 从出道到现在几乎没有玩过奈德利。奈德利在 S6 世界赛的 BP 率是100%，被 ban 了66次，是所有角色中的第1名。而对面的 Peanut 就是奈德利的专家，在整个世界赛里面没有任何一支队伍敢放奈德利给 Peanut。而现在 Rocks Tigers 也知道 Bangy 不玩奈德利，故意在红方不 ban 奈德利，让 SKT 陷入了两难。
니달리 먹어도 돼.
성우한 니달리 연습했는데 한번 먹자. 부담스러우면 넘겨도 돼.
먹을게요.
먹자.
Ash Zyra straight over to Rocks Tigers.
나 잠깐 나 전판 이거 하나 못 봤어. 애쉬 못 봤어. 애쉬 먹었어야 되는 처음이다. 이렇게 정신 못 차렸다.
Bangy 选择硬选奈德利，却放出了下路艾希跟伽罗的双人线。Koma 当下觉得很抱歉，因为他实在是太专注在奈德利上，而忘记了这对下路组合。不过 SKT 转头就拿下劲跟卡玛做抗衡 ，Faker 也拿出了吉林来打辅助性质的中路，让一切的目光都放在了 Bangy 的发挥身上。而 Bangy 也不负众望的杀翻全场。
Double bomb on Kuro. Javel's gonna land this time, and he's gonna get the damage. Yes, he is. First blood in for Faker. Now it could be dangerous. Wolf's gonna die in a couple more shots. Oh, it's gonna be enough. Then the Bangy shuts him out anyway. Do something else, but
Gorilla wants a flank here, but he gets spotted by Bangy. Good spot by Bangy
again anyway. A quick root on Gorilla. That's good. And now the double bomb forcing the flash of Kuro. The stun and a Faker not gonna matter because he already had the ulti off the time. And Bangy again. Whoa! Bangy popped Gorilla somewhere on the side of the map.
Chunk here, maybe kill. Flash.
Red buff's gonna floor.
Elimination game. Bangy subs back and he saves SKT. Now we're going to game 5.
到了生死的第5局 ，Rocks 选择了一个没有坦克、没有前排的组合，后期的团战很难打。到了22分钟的时间点，却没有领先。Rocks 决定 rush 巴龙来提速，被 SKT 杀了4个。
But he can't do it with fight. It's gonna be all about it. He's in the pit, and it's the kill on the Peanut. The fight for either side, and it goes to Smep to try to save the game. But it's so many kills coming through for SKT Smep.
这让 Rocks 即使拿到了巴龙，也无法推进。时间来到28分钟 ，Rocks Tigers 已经没有办法再拖下去了，只能尝试单抓 Faker， 却被 Faker 给秀歪了。
Anything else? The flash chase. It's Smep onto his face, looking for a little bit more, and he's not gonna go down. Faker.
到了后面 SKT 的团战越来越好打，最后 SKT 完成翻盘，赢下了这场堪称史上最精彩的 BO5 之一的4强赛，挺进到了决赛。
SK Telecom T1 backs against the wall. Bangi himself 3-0 against Rocks Tigers in the series, and SKT punched their ticket to their third World Final.
在决赛上面对三星，第一局 Faker 虽然一度被单杀，但是靠着更强的中野碰撞拿到优势，破了三星2座的兵营。但是后面三星的双 C 装备成型，三星的团战就越来越豪大。Gorilla 的闪现榜一举逆转。
Samsung, they have to go. The
That's a two-man route. Bang and Wolf are in trouble. The Poppy Hammer throws up. Shockwave pulls up into it. Bang is down. Where is Faker?
眼看 SKT 的胜利就要飞走 ，Faker 出手了。
is in trouble, but Bengi takes so much damage. Flash away from Core JJ. Ambition's looking for Bengi. Faker gets caught up.
Whoa,
It's That's the shutdown. Faker goes golden. He's killed by Ruler. What can
一个大绝在万军中击杀了 Crown， 还按住了惊人，拖住了时间。临死之前还打残了 Ruler， 把三星逆转的希望给送走了。
Nexus goes down. The defending world champions win game 1.
第二局更虐 ，SKT 3线全优，毫无悬念的赢下第二局，来到赛末点。
Easy
And no
dive. Here comes Ambition as well. Knocked against the
You know, as much as we talk about the play set up here,
kicked into the wall, and that just looks so, once again, so easy, so well executed.
and they know they can cleanly go for that 2v2.
Ace in the hole's available for Ruler. Not going to use it just yet. The exhaust, the flash by Jay on the steps of the fountain is killed by the god Faker himself. And SKT are 2-0 in the finals.
第三局也是 SKT 一路虐到7-0的人头差，但是 Kuvei 在绝境之下终结了 Bang。Ruler 抓到 SKT 阵容脱节的一瞬间，逆转了比赛。
Want SKT to Juve has teleport. Samsung can try and make a play back on the damage.
Ruler's jump forward, already used the true shot barrage. Wolf is killed by Ambition. It looks like Samsung are coming back. They've killed Faker.
在打了67分钟，杀了不知道几条巴龙跟远古龙之后 ，Ambition 跳得出来，拿下这条关键的远古龙，带领三星全员将士用命，硬生生逆转了 SKT。
It's not over. The Nexus is down. Samsung stun the world.
第四局的 SKT 换上了 Blank， 试图逆转回势，但随着 Kuvei 现杀了 Duke， 并在野区天雷降世，把战局拖到了第5局。
Still available. Curtain call interrupted. Very good tidal wave. He's found 3. Black charges up the Maelstrom. They're running for their lives. Ash Arrow onto Cuba. Gets the crowd. The slicing Maelstrom. They play the Silver Scrapes. Samsung and SKT are going to game 5.
生死的第5局 ，SKT 再次换上了 Bangi， 但这一次的关键不是 SKT Bangi， 也不是 SKT Faker， 而是 SKT Ruler。
Lose out on a bit of the time where they did have some momentum.
Ruler! He gets devoured by Core JJ's in so much trouble. Flashes away to safety.
Ruler 的一个关键走位失误，自己走到了5个 SKT 面前，慌忙的被 Core JJ 给吞了下去，交了双招，导致 SKT 拿下巴龙跟远古龙。SKT 挥军南下，拿下三星的主堡，拿下队史的第3座世界冠军。
Crown's able to flash so he doesn't get caught, but Cubey's down.
And it's a war of attrition. They're just waiting for them in a fight.
Duke, SK Telecom have overcome every challenge. They are the undisputed best team in the world. The SKT reign continues. They win their 3rd World Championship.
从2015年 MSI 失利到2015年世界赛的重返巅峰，再到2016年 MSI 夺回曾经失去的冠军，到最后2016年世界赛史无前例的2连冠，是 SKT 最让人印象深刻的时代，也是最令人绝望的时代。不管对手的前期领先有多大，即使在 BO5 把 SKT 逼到了赛末点， SKT 也总是有办法逆转比赛，创造前无古人，大概也后无来者的4年3冠伟业。而 Faker 在经历了 MSI 的失利跟 EC 混的竞争之后，把战装法师练到了世界顶尖，带领队伍夺下2连冠，确立了他历史第1人的地位。当年的他才20岁，然而 SKT 的统治程度肉眼可见的在下降。 无论是2016年夏季赛被 KT 让2追3，还是 MSI 一开始的6胜4败，还是世界赛最后连续被 ROX 跟三星逼到生死的第5局，其他队伍跟 SKT 的差距正在逐步的缩小，而2017年就是一切崩溃的开始。常年在王座上的压力终于不堪负荷，倒在了王座上失声痛哭，甚至 Faker 在往后数年都没有办法走出这个败北的阴霾，严重到他需要接受专业的心理辅导，也被视为 Faker 职业生涯的最大危机。到底 Faker 与他的 SKT 是怎么走向衰落的？ Faker 又是怎么在諮商師的面前卸下心防，坦述他的心情？而 Faker 又是怎么一步一步走出阴霾，带领 SKT 重新向冠军发出冲击呢？敬请期待下一集大魔王的陨落。